at this place in history. We're at the old UVM Athletic Park. This is Steve Perkins from the Vermont Historical Society. Hi, Steve.
Good morning.
So what happened here?
Well, this was the original baseball field for the city of Burlington. And, as you can see now, it's a trucking depot on busy Riverside Avenue. But back in the day, this is where everybody came to see baseball, sometimes football, any athletics, UVM, city of Burlington.
What was it like back then?
Well, that trolley line went through where Riverside Avenue is right now. The railroad line went on the other side of the park. So people generally used public transportation or walked, and they could show up and see a baseball game really any time during the summer.
The Vermont Historical Society has some artifacts from back then. What'd you bring?
Well, we do. We have a lot of stuff in our collection. I did bring some cool baseball cards that we've created that talks about some of the players that played at this park. And these were players who played in Vermont and then in the major leagues. We've got Bert Abbey, played for UVM, and then we've got Arlington Pond. People may recognize these names, maybe not. Gene Debuc, Ray Collins, so Baseball Hall of Fame player. And Larry Gardiner played for the Red Sox, played on 3 World Series teams, also grew up right here in Vermont, played on this field. And then Doc Hazelton. Doc Hazelton played on this field and then coached on this field and later worked for UVM. Burlington had a Negro League team that played for a while, but a really interesting thing happened here. William Clarence Matthews, who was a black player, played for the Burlington Northern League team, and the Northern League was professional baseball, and this was in 1905. And of course, he was the only black player playing in professional baseball at the time, and he was playing right here in Burlington, right on this site.
All right, and you also brought another very interesting artifact. What is this?
This is a 19th century baseball. So this baseball was used in a Northern League game between the Mountaineers and the Rustics. And so the Mountaineers, coming out of Montpelier, Barry Montpelier, way back then, still today, was a professional baseball team. This particular baseball was used in 1876. So a little earlier, this park was built in 1887. But this is what a baseball looked like. And this is just an example of some of the pieces that we have in our collection at the Vermont Historical Society.
When did UVM and baseball in general move from the athletic park to Centennial Field?
Sure, Centennial Field was built in 1906. At that point, this park was abandoned, and they had beautiful, spacious digs at Centennial Field.
That's on this place in history with the Vermont Historical Society.